Salutations, crustaceans! I'm Lobster, and today we're going to be reviewing the Ernie Ball Music Man Joe Dart Jr. with their most advanced preamp to date. Let's do this. This is the Joe Dart Jr. from Ernie Ball Music Man, featuring this crazy 6-band preamp that has all the bells and whistles you'll need. Of course you have your maximum Gorbis control, but new for 2023, they have a minimum Gorbis control. And rest assured, because you have an assurance regulator valve right next to the upper and lower, and you have a knob too that controls the amount of knobs. When you turn it, you're able to control the amount of knobs that you have on the bass with one easy control. Such innovation. Okay, as you can tell, these are not real knobs. These are just suction cupped on because the Joe Dart Jr. has no controls. That's right, this is a Stingray short scale with absolutely no controls whatsoever. You just have the Stingray neodymium pickup and an output jack. But let's go over the specs and the, thought process behind the Joe Dart Jr. now. This little bass has an ash body finished in white, and we have a contrasting gold pickguard. I don't believe it's anodized, I think it's just finished. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, you have that pickguard, and then the white-cased neodymium pickup here. We have the Stingray Special lightweight bridge, and that's pretty much it. The neck is a maple-on-maple neck with 22 stainless steel frets. It is 30-inch scale with a 38mm nut width and an 11-inch radius. We, of course, have a truss rod adjustment wheel at the heel of the neck, and then the Music Man patented compensated nut on the other end. And then for the headstock, we have the 3x1 tuner configuration with these Stingray lightweight tuners, and the little Music Man logo, and it says Joe Dart Jr. next to it. Now, let's go ahead and turn this little bass around. Around back, we can see pretty much nothing other than the white finish and the 5-screw neck attachment and this numbered neck plate here. This is number 45 of 50, as there are only 50 examples of this bass in existence. And then moving up to the neck, we see the polyurethane finished neck here, the maple neck going up all the way to the headstock, and the lightweight open gear Music Man tuners at the headstock, as well as our little bear friend up there saying that this is made in California. Big thank you to viewer Brandon for letting me borrow this bass and sending it in. I really appreciate it. Now, how much does the Ernie Ball Music Man Joe Dart Jr. weigh? This particular example comes in at 6.6 pounds. Very lightweight, even for a short scale. But as we know, weight doesn't really matter if the bass does not balance well. Let's see how this little bass balances. On the lap, we do just get a very slight bit of neck dive, but I don't find myself fighting the neck. Once you pop on a strap, though, there's absolutely no balance issues on the lap, nor are there any when you're standing up. But how much does the Ernie Ball Music Man Joe Dart Jr. cost? I believe these come in new at around $2,500, but they only did a limited run of 50, and I don't think they're planning on making any more. So because of that, you really can't buy one new, and on the used market, prices are kind of all over the place. I would say that this is more of a collector's item and kind of a tongue-in-cheek release from Ernie Ball Music Man in regards to the whole Joe Dart line. I think it's pretty neat for what it is, but let's see how this bass sounds. You all know what you need to do. Go ahead and pinch that like button so my hand will turn back to normal. Thanks. This is a weird and fun little bass. So again, you have no controls whatsoever, so like you can't adjust the volume or the tone or anything, but the tone is nice. I mean, this is a passive neodymium pickup, just like what we have with a Stingray Special, but no active preamp or no passive controls whatsoever. Just the pickup and the jack. All the tone is in the hands here. You can do all sorts of playing styles with this bass, be it finger style. You can play with a pick. Let's do that. Still not much of a pick player. One thing to note about this bass that's very interesting is these strings. This is a special set of Ernie Ball flat wounds that are tuned for C standard. That's right. This little short scale is down tuned. So we have a low C here. Very interesting to have in a short scale. And these strings definitely deliver. Yeah, so this is a fun little short scale, just like the regular Stingray short scale that we reviewed, both the Ernie Ball Music Man as well as the Sterling by Music Man. This essentially, feels the same as all of them, though I've got to say that the USA Stingray short scale has the classic style wax and oil neck finish and the gloss headstock, where this is all polyurethane here. Yeah, I have fun with this little thing. Let's go ahead and give it a quick slap now. It's very strange to hear that riff in drop C, but there it is. And finally, let's go ahead and throw some drums behind this little bass. So here are my final thoughts on the Ernie Ball Music Man Joe Dart Jr. This is quite a strange little bass. Again, no controls whatsoever, but you have a great sounding neodymium pickups, some down-tuned flat wounds, and overall great construction. Now, I'm not going to give this bass a rating as there are only 50 examples. You can't buy it new anymore. This isn't a bass that's readily available. And it's also kind of like, a half a gag. You know, it's a really good and competent bass for what it is. I mean, don't get me wrong, you don't have any controls, but Anthony Jackson was running a controlless hollow Federa for a while. This is not one of those, but this is a fun little bass nonetheless. And the down-tuned strings are definitely a new experience for me personally. I usually play standard tunings on my 4 and 5 string basses, and to have a bass in drop C standard that's a short scale with flat wounds is definitely a new experience for me. And again, big thank you to Brandon for letting me borrow this bass. I really appreciate it. And of course, let me know what you all think about the Joe Dart Jr. down in the comments below. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to like, subscribe, join our Discord channel, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the Joe Dart Jr. down in the comments below. And as always, until we groove again.